Hi, this is Dennis from successfulpractice.net, and today I wanted to show you something that I hope you find is useful. I'm guessing you have a website or a blog, and if you don't, you definitely should start there. But in terms of promoting your practice, there definitely needs to be some consistency with your brand, meaning that things should look the same across different platforms. So if you have a blog or if you have a Facebook page associated with that same blog or brand, then there should be some consistency in the look. So today I'm going to show you a way to do that where you don't need to hire a designer, and it's relatively easy to do. So let's first talk about, let me show you an example of what I mean here. So if I go over to my Facebook page, this is a graphic that I created. I'm going to show you how to do that today. Now, you'll notice obviously it's a square graphic, and it comes in handy to have a square graphic showcasing your practice. In this case, it's this blog, but obviously you would make it relevant to your private practice. So Facebook uses a square icon, and I believe other applications on the web do as well. So it's just a good thing to have. And if we click out of this image here, you'll see on the header of the Facebook page, I'm using that as, instead of a headshot, I'm using that as my profile picture. So if you want to do something like this, then this video is for you. So let's make that larger again so we can see what we're trying to model here. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over to a great free tool called Picmonkey. If you're not familiar with Picmonkey, definitely want to check it out. It's great for touching up photos you have and putting overlays on it, but you can also design things. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the design button here, and we're going to click on square. You'll notice here you can also design a Facebook cover if you want to do that. You can follow these same types of steps, and you should be good to go. So let's click square. Okay, so you'll notice the first thing that Picmonkey takes us to is the canvas color option. The default color is white, which is signified by all these F's here. That's the numeric color code for white. But we want to match this gray color. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use, let's go back here. Let's make it easy. Let's say this is your website, and you want to match this color, gray, and this blue with that graphic you're trying to create. So what you would want to do is you want to get a picture of this first. So I'm in Windows Vista, or I think this is Vista. Windows 7 also has this tool. It's called Snipping Tool. You may have seen it and not know what it's for. Click on Snipping Tool, and you're going to just drag the area that you want to make a snipping of. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It's off-centered. It doesn't matter. All right. So now I'm going to save that as and I'll just name it capture. That's fine. And we will save it to. We'll just save it to that folder. That's fine. All right. Let's go ahead and close that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to a website called imagecolorpicker.com, and we are going to upload that image. We're going to point to that folder, which is somewhere in here. Bear with me. All right, so here's that image. Click on that, and we are going to submit that to imagecolorpicker.com. All right. So now what you'll see here is our image has made it there. And the cool thing with this website is that by clicking on different areas of the image, then you get the color code right here. So if I click on the white, I get the white color, and if I click on the light blue, there we go. Well, sometimes it's a little bit tough when it's small like this. So it looks like there's some gradation there as well. So we'll go with that. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick up this gray color. So I'm going to grab this number here. This is the hex code, the HTML code, which is the numeric description of that color. go into Canvas Color in Picmonkey, paste that, and hit apply. So now our background is gray. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some text. We'll go over here to grab the text tool and click add text. We're just going to type in here. All right. And the next thing we'll do is we'll make that bigger. Just kind of using the tool here in Picmonkey, just increasing the size. And then I'm going to widen the text box all the way out to the edge of our square here. All right. We'll center the text. And let's make it bigger still. That's good. All right. So the next step would be to apply a font. We'll go with the Special Elite font. That'll change it to something kind of cool. And this is what we have. So we have it in black, but we need that blue color that we're going for. So we'll go back to this imagecolorpicker.com website, and we'll click around until we get that kind of that light blue that we're looking for. I think what I'll do for this demonstration, because it's kind of a small, the writing is so small here, I'm going to grab this blue just for the purpose of this demonstration. So we are going to use our snipping tool again, and I'm just going to make another image, and we will call that capture as well. Sure, that's fine. All right, and we're going to upload that image. All right, that's much better. So now that color is very easy to click on, so we'll grab this color code here and go back to Picmonkey. We're going to first highlight our text, and then we're going to paste in that color code. All right, there we go. So I'm just going to reposition this a little bit. Okay, moving right along, then we're going to add another text box, and we're going to drag that down here. And if we go back to our reference, we're working on this successfulpractice.net down here, so we will just type that in. All right, and don't worry about the overflow, that's easy to fix. So we're going to highlight that, and we're going to go with a white one here, which is 6Fs. That's just one of those colors that's easy to remember. And we're going to drag the box out, make it bigger. And we're going to right justify this one. Okay, now we're going to use a different font here than the standard font. So we're going to scroll down. In Picmonkey, you know, it'll say the name of the font, but it will also show you a sample of it. And the other thing to keep in mind is that some fonts will stretch out your words and other ones will condense it. So for instance, if we use this particular font, it kind of squeezes it in. And if I use this Arial black, then it kind of makes it very wide. So don't worry about the size over here just yet. Pick your style that you like, and then we'll make some changes. So I'm going to go with the Geosens Light and take a look at that. That's not too bad. I'll move it down a little bit, kind of reposition. And if you click off of the area you're working on, you'll get a better sense of it. Okay, so that's where we are so far. Now, the other thing you'll notice on this image is that there's a border. So there's a dark gray band here and then an inside white band. So let's do that. So back to Picmonkey, and we're going to grab the frames tool. And we're just going to go with the simple edge. All right, so it kind of puts it there, and then we're going to use the outer color as, we'll use this gray again. And if you're going to be doing some of these things in the future, it might be good just to make notes of the colors that you're using, so you don't have to. You can just eliminate this process. Just key in those colors. So the other shortcut is you can just use this dropper here to grab the color. All right, so that's the outer color, and you can play with the thickness a little bit, kind of make it a bit wider. The inner color we'll leave as white, but you could change that to whatever you want. You know, just to show you here, you could make it yellowy, or well, that's not looking very good at all. So we'll well, maybe a light gray, something not quite white, but in that area. You can change the border size here, and let's say right about there. And then you can also change the corner radius if you like. You know, as an extreme, it'll really round it for you. But let's just do a slight rounding of the corner, something like that. And I'm not sure what that does. Okay, kind of like, it's almost like a margin. So we'll just leave that the way it is. We'll hit apply and take a final look here. Let me just move this down a little bit more. Kind of make sure it's centered. And there you go. That's a quick, easy way how to make your own graphic using Picmonkey. And hopefully you can find different applications of this. You can use this on your blog. You can use this obviously in a Facebook page. Also, if you have a product that you're trying to sell, you know, maybe an ebook or a download of a relaxation tape that you've done or something of that nature, you could create a graphic and, you know, put it on Pinterest and link back to your site. So there's a lot of applications that you can do with, if you know how to build custom graphics, and you don't need to hire a professional designer. You do need to have a little bit of an eye for this kind of thing. So if you think it looks good, run it by somebody you trust and get their opinion. Also check out websites that you like and get a sense of you know, what colors appeal to you and some other stylistic things. Just kind of pay attention to some of the visual elements on websites and pages that you really seem to enjoy. So I hope this is helpful, and be curious to hear your feedback on this. And if you found this was helpful, if there's any questions you have, please leave a comment below. And thanks for watching. Take care.